Hey folks, okay, we're going to do the video for 4-1. We're going to simplify radicals without a calculator. Alright, let's take a look at the first example. The first example, we have the square root of 32 with m to the fourth, n, and p squared. So I just have to simplify this. Let's understand this is just a skill set. We're not really solving problems. We use this to solve other problems. Okay. So first I'm going to start by breaking down 32 into factor tree. If you can't come up with any kind of number, 2 will always do the job. But I'm going to do 4 and 8. 4 and 8. I'm going to break that down further, 2 and 2. I'm going to cross those out as I break this down. Kind of helps me keep more organized. 4 and 2. I'm going to break that down. Then 2 and 2. I have a lot of 2's around, but it takes pairs to break out of this square root. I'm going to have a pair of 2's here, a pair of 2's here, and that guy goes back in. Okay, he has no pairs or has no friends to get out of the square root. So 2 times 2 is 4. Then I'm going to leave a space, and I have a 2 right here. Okay. Now I have to figure out these letters. Well, for starters, n has no friends, so he's going back in. But let's take a look at these m's. I'm going to break that down the same way I did this. I have 4 m's. 2, 3, 4. When I circle them, they make 2 pairs. So 2 pairs can get out, so that's m squared. Here I have p and p. For the p's, that makes 1 pair, so that gets out. Okay, that's how we do that one. Next, here I have to add them. Adding radicals is similar to adding fractions. I could only add fractions when they have like denominators. Or even when I have variables, they have to have like exponents. These guys here, inside the square roots, have to be the same. Let's see if I can get that to happen. I'm going to break down the 9 to 9 and 2. 18 to 9 and 2, excuse me. I break that down to 3 and 3. They get out. So I have 7 times 3, then I have square root 21. Here, I'm doing the same thing. 4 and 2. 2 and 2. He gets out of jail. So 3 times 2, square root 2. 7 times 3 is 21, square root 2. 3 times 2 is 6, square root 2. All right. Let's put the little check marks there so it doesn't look like division. Now they look the same. So now I can add them together. 21 plus 6 is 27. Square root 2. That one is done. All right, next. I got 3 more coming. So these guys multiply together. Now, the rules about multiplication is the square roots can talk to the square roots, and the guys on the outside can talk to the guys on the outside. 12 times 27, that's going to be hard to multiply. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify this first. 4 and 3, 2 and 2. So that's going to give me 4 square root 3. And this one is 9 and 3, 3 and 3. That's going to give me 9 square root 3, right? These are the pairs that are coming out and multiplying into here. So 9 square root 3. 4 times 9 is 36, so I have 36. 3 times 3 is 9, so that's the square root of 9. Okay, What's the square root of 9? Square root of 9 is 3. Then I have to do this in my head. 36 times 3. Well, 30 times 3 is 90. 6 times 3 is 18. I add those together and I get 108. That's just a hint of how to do it in your head. Or if you have to, just write it out. Okay, this is 18. Then I multiply that. This is 90. And you add them together. 108. However that works for you. Because remember, we have to do these without a calculator. All right, next. In this case, I want to add them together, but I got to see if I can get them all to match up. Just like the last one. But this time I have 3 terms. So let's see what happens. This is 8 and 4. And then 4 and 2. I could break down those 4s, but notice I already have a pair. So I am doing that. Then I'm just going to take that 4 right out. 9 and 2, 3 and 3. Okay. That's going to become plus 21 square root 2. Then there's this one, 27. 9 and 3, 3 and 3. This is the pair that gets out. So 3 square root 3. 4 plus 21 can go together. The reason being is because both of these have the square root of 2. This one, this square root of 3, doesn't have any friends to talk to, so he's on his own. Okay, so we're going to just add these two together. 25 square root 2 minus 3 square root 3. All right, next. Okay, we're going to multiply these together. Just like before, I have a choice. I could break these down first, or I could multiply them together. Well, I could tell you that 50 times 2 is 100, so I don't need to break that down. What I do know here is that I don't have an exponent written, but I can put a little imaginary 1 here. It turns out we're all to the first power. All of us. We're all to the first power. So I could say 50 times 2 is 100. I'm going to write my little square root guy here. Then, what happens with the exponents when they multiply is they add together. So that's a 2 and that's a 1. This becomes to the third. That's 3 and that's a 2. So this becomes to the fifth. But I'm not done yet. I still have to simplify this. The square root of 100 is 10. Now I have, and if you want me to just break it down for you, there's 10 and 10. There's my pair. They get right out. This one I have 3 x's. So 1 x gets out. Then I have 5 y's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 and 2 gets out. From there, these guys have to go back into the square root sign, or back into jail. And that's that one. Alright guys, that's the last example. I hope you guys found this video helpful.